Hello everybody, welcome for today's session. Now we have to continue with the same topic that we are doing linear equation in two variables these days. And today I will start with your exercise 4.3. In 4.3, your first question again is there are 4 parts for which you are supposed to draw the graph, and I hope all of you will do that. For example, suppose you have the question 3 is equal to 2x plus y. Just giving you the reminder. So 3 minus 2x you can put is equal to y. I told whenever you are going to draw the graph, what you can do, minimum 2, maximum 3 you can choose. So x and y. Here y, x you are putting, y you are getting. Suppose you are putting x is equal to 0. So 3 minus 0, y will also be equal to 3. When you put x is equal to 0. If you are putting x is equal to 1, so 3, 2 in 1s are 2, 3 minus 2, so that is equal to 1. If you are putting, suppose x is equal to minus 1, so minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2, 3 plus 2 is equal to what? 5. So, point which I want to make clear again to you, again and again I am putting stress upon this point, you have to very clear, do you know how to plot the parts and how to find the parts? First, this is very important, how to find the parts. So here I made y the subject because I find it very convenient here, and then I shifted this 2x, that is I have to use the transposition method, change the sign. These kind of mistakes you have to avoid always. If you are missing that, if you are writing here plus 2x, so then it all will be wrong. So please be careful about silly mistakes. Otherwise, I don't think anything is difficult there. And then the procedure of plotting these chords is quite common, which we did in our previous exercise. So rest of the 3 parts also, please find the parts and plot the parts and check the graph. And always be sure that your graph, whatever the parts you are selecting, will always be lying on the same line. That's why I am saying the graph of the linear equation, whether that is in one variable or 2 variable, is always a straight line. Now question number 2. Give the equation of 2 lines passing through 2, 14. Give the equation of 2 lines passing through 2, 14, and then how many more such lines are there and why? So this question is definitely belonging to your section C, because 2, 3 parts are there you have to answer. First of all, you have to give the equation of 2 lines passing through 2 and 14. Now, this is the x chord and this is the y chord. Chords are given. On behalf of these chords, you have to write the equations. So, on the very first day, when I introduced that equation to you, I said ki ax plus by is equal to c, or ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Kind of this discussion we had when I begin with the topic. So you feel free here to go for this. Now see, when I am talking about, then I have given you the example of x plus y is equal to 5. So in that way, what you do, this is the x chord and this is the y chord. This is the y chord here. So x plus y I am getting is equal to 2 plus 40 by what? 26. Very clearly equation number 1 is formed. My x chord is 2, y chord is 14. So if I replace x by 2 and y by 14, how to form the equation, that I am explaining to you. If you are speaking about x minus 5, so you check the difference of these two, x minus y. 2 minus 14 is equal to what? Minus 12. It should satisfy. That is the thing you have to be careful. You just cannot change these values or the sign of these chords. If it is 2, I have to take 2. But I am taking with the difference to y, again I am putting 14 here. That's why I have written there minus 12. So 2 equations is asking, one you can write in terms of x plus y, one you can write in terms of x minus y. Otherwise, infinite, I said infinite possibilities are there. So infinite lines or infinite lines can pass through a common point. If I have marked here, this will be the answer for second. You see, from a single point, how many lines at a time can pass through? Infinite lines can pass through. If infinite lines can pass through, I can form the infinite equations also. You think of any equation. Suppose you are thinking about x minus 2y, but is equal to what? That you have to decide after putting x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 14. So 2 14s are 28. So 2 minus 28 is equal to what? Minus 26. So if you write the equation x minus 2y is equal to minus 26, put the value of x 2, put the value of y, here is 14. You see your equation left hand side will be equal to right hand side. So this is another equation we can say satisfying passing through this point 2 and 14. And another, you think of any equation. Suppose I am getting 2x plus 3y, but is equal to what? 2 2s are 4. So that is 4. And 14 3s are 42. What is that equal to? 46. So 2x plus 3y is equal to what? 46. Deal with another line which is passing through 2 and 14. I hope all of you are getting me. So you have to think of any equation in terms of x and y, but before writing the result equal to, put the value of x and y in that equation and then write whatever the solution is coming and put those values of x and y. Always your left hand side will be equal to right hand side. So in that way you can write an infinite number of equations passing through the one line, the 1 point, sorry. So that is the question, how many more such lines are there? So your answer is infinite lines are there possible which can pass through the point. And why? Because through 1 point infinite lines can pass through. So write the answer properly and just stepwise whatever is asked in the question, accordingly you have to answer that. I hope that is clear to all. Then I will move to your question number 3 now. Question number 3 of this exercise is, here it is. If the point 3 4 lies on the graph of the equation, 3 4 is the point which is lying on the graph of the equation given to use 3y is equal to ax plus 7. So 3 4 is lying on this equation, then you need to determine the value of a. So again question is belonging to your section B. So here you know when these are the chords given 3 or 4, this is x chord, this is y chord, are lying on this equation. So you substitute y by 4 and x by 3 plus 7. Or beforehand you can write here x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. This is the x chord, this is the y chord, and substitute these values in place of y. 3 4s are 12. This is 3a, this is 7. So 12 minus 7 is equal to 3a. 5 is equal to 3a. So 5 upon 3 is equal to 3a. So that is the answer for this question. How to find the value of a. That is your question number 4. This is a statement based question where the problem is given to you. So please devote the time in reading the problem first. Try to understand what is given and what we have to find and how to do that. The taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer the fare is ₹8. Keep on writing the information. For first kilometer the fare is fixed, that is equal to what? ₹8 for 1 kilometer distance. And for the subsequent distance, remaining distance and the rate of remaining distance after covering the 1 kilometer, whatever the distance is left remaining, and rate of remaining distance covered is equal to rupees, that is given here is 5 per kilometer. 5 per kilometer. Please remember this. And taking the distance covered as x kilometer, according to conditions it is given distance, total distance covered is x kilometer. This is given as x kilometer. And total fare is rupees y. This is the total distance and total fare is also given is equal to rupees y. So this is the information given to you in the question. Now you need to write a linear equation for this information and then you have to draw the graph. Now total distance. So total distance is x. Distance for the first kilometer is rupees 8. And total fare is equal to y. So total fare paid y is equal to now you are talking about the fares that will be in rupees. So I said ki rupees y. How I have to calculate this in the right hand side? Fare paid for first kilometer, fare paid for first kilometer plus fare paid for remaining distance. Remaining distance at the rate of rupees 5 per kilometer. Try to understand it this way. Split it. Now look at this. This is given me total fare is equal to y. Fare paid for the first kilometer is given to you, that is equal to 8. Now what is the remaining distance? Plus, if the distance total is x and first kilometer is covered, so remaining distance is left x minus 1. Remember this. Here only the students are committing mistake. I am calculating the fare, so fare will be coming in rupees. This is given rupees y, I have written here rupees y. For first kilometer you see the units are rupees 8, I have written here rupees 8. So by this fare paid for the remaining distance. Now find it out. What is the remaining distance left? When total distance is given x kilometer, out of that 1 kilometer is covered for rupees 8. So if total distance was x, the remaining definitely is x minus 1. And that x minus 1 distance was covered at the rate of rupees 5. So you need to multiply that by 5. Please be careful. If any doubt still is there, now my equation is consisting of the 1 unit. My left hand side is also in rupees. This is rupees 8. This is at the rate of rupees 5 into x minus 1. Why x minus 1? Subsequent distance. That is the remaining distance. Why remaining distance? Because this is the fare for first kilometer. Total distance was x. So after first kilometer covered, remaining distance will be x minus 1 and that distance was covered at the rate of rupees 5. So from here you can form the equation 8 plus 5x minus 5. So that we are getting is equal to 5x plus 3. So now I hope all of you can plot the graph for this equation. That is y is equal to 5x plus 3. Put the value of x and get the value of y and draw the graph. Definitely you will be finding the graph always is a straight line. So that much is sufficient for today. Question number 5, 6, 7, 8 I will be taking tomorrow. So till then you practice these questions. Still any query is there, any doubt is there, please feel free to ask. Thank you.